The U.S. has never been about pro-life.
That news comes in a long-awaited report which calls the schools a systemic way to eradicate Native culture. Arizona had more of these schools than any state except for Oklahoma.
Team 12's William Pitts takes us to Phoenix's Indian School and tells us what's next.
This report is admittedly a little short on details, and they say that's because a lot of these records just don't exist anymore. But they did say that there are marked and unmarked graves across the country.
There are names everywhere. Carved into the bricks at the old Phoenix Indian School, now known as Steele Indian School Park. Dulce, Patty, Elvis. On the war memorial out front, Marcus, James. Most of them probably not real names. Native American children were sent to schools like Phoenix Indian School to become less native. Names were changed from their native language, native customs and languages banned, replaced with proms, military drills, child labor.
This boarding school system was part of a twin United States policy: the dispossession of Indian lands and the forced assimilation of Indian people.
The Department of the Interior, led by the first Native American cabinet secretary, issued its first report on native boarding schools, 400 of them across the country. Arizona had 47 of those schools, mostly in northern Arizona.
I come from ancestors who endured the horrors of the Indian boarding school assimilation policies carried out by the same department that I now lead.
The department's investigation was spurred by the discovery of mass graves in similar schools in Canada. The U.S. investigation found marked and unmarked burial sites in 37 states. But the department says it won't say where those sites are for fear of grave robbers and other desecration.
We still do not know how many children attended, how many children died.
No specific schools were named as burial sites, and the department admitted its investigation is incomplete because of COVID restrictions and incomplete records.
Our children had names. Our children had families.
This has left lasting scars for all Indigenous people.
This is the first time the federal government has acknowledged that the schools were designed to assimilate Native American children, and the report is only the first volume. The department says the next steps are to create a list of those grave sites and the legacy of what happened in these schools. William Pitts, 12 News.